This is Paul. Yeah. These treaties, conventions, and agreements. Yeah. I know you want to think that it's not possible to communicate using a biochip, but that's what they do. They're a communication device. And as easy it is to use one of these medical readers, there are a lot of counterfeited. Now, crime prevention, prosecution, and criminal justice. Yes. Extradition. Oh, mutual assistance in law enforcement. Now, there's some specific crimes, human rights and war crimes. Yeah. I'm going to have you prosecuted for violating my human rights. Now, that marriage certificate from the United Nations. Yeah. Why don't you get me all those employees and then find out if they have a biochip? They might be in that top secret group of individuals that has to communicate. And then there's the war crime. This idea that, well, we recognize the need to biochip the population because of the FDA implantable devices. Yes. And it would be the decision of the United States Supreme Court whether or not it violates the Constitution to chip the citizens. Yeah. But what they might not have considered as on Guam, they had counterfeited the FDA implantable devices. Yes. I think it was Southeast Asia, not necessarily the North Koreans. Now, a lot of people, they find out that if you can sell one of these for a couple $100, yes, you can probably make them for $1 in the Philippines. Now, all you have to do is get it from the Philippines to the United States and then convince somebody to buy it. Put it in their body. Have them touch that place in their body. Oh my gosh, it's on. Itchy, scratchy, ooh, picky pocky systems right now. Now, there's what's known as organized crime, a group of individuals that organizes crime. Yeah. And I've had a talk with them numerous times about this organization of crime. Did you organize your crime? You stopped using the telephone? No. You know, the mafia, yes, the mob, the 15 largest organized crime families of the world. I was going to be the boss of bosses and I was going to tell them what to do. Yes. But they all decided to bribe judges, police officers, and sheriffs. Yes. Now, there was a while back that I did a little study on these various families throughout the world. Yes. Why don't we call them and see if they got any chips in their body or they were sold this idea? Yes. That if you're going to organize crime, it has to be a virtualized communication system. Yeah. Well, the old way of doing it, thank you, United Kingdom, was the royal family way of putting a lizard in your rectum. Yeah. A lot of people disliked it. It affected their actual genitals. Yes, yes, yes. And then there was the come to find out, well, why don't I just have sex with a fish? But we found out that they torture American citizens and quite a few other individuals. Yes. But the easiest way to really have a top secret virtualized communication system is the use of a biochip. Somebody suggested to me I should get one of these nanotechnology tattoos, but they're not really removable. I mean, they are, but it's quite a process to get them removed. Yeah. And then there's always the question of the nanotechnology in the body of the individual. How do you get that out? That's why I didn't go for the tattoo. No. Now, there are those that do want to have some sort of programmed sexual experience with me that would volunteer to put a biochip in their body. Now, for those in organized crime, why don't we see how influential they are in Southeast Asia? Triad. Yakuza in Japan. It's Paul. How are you? How are you? How are you? I know the Chinese, they're well aware of organized crime in China, but we're really focused on communication systems and how they can be used to violate the human rights of American citizens. Yes. Then there's that cybercrime. Anytime you find a connection of a biochip to the actual Tor, yes, could be a cybercrime. And depending on what's being communicated, yes, it could be a very serious cybercrime. Now, I once sent an email that I am the hacker. Yes, he is. Yes, he is. A lot of people didn't believe it. It's kind of like I set myself up as a hacker. Yes. I kept sending emails to those in office thinking that the email would influence them. I got a fucking thing.